Shame and I visit often. Most of the time, she shows up unannounced and demands tea. I've learned just to keep a setting for her at my table and to make sure that I always have her Earl Grey handy. This afternoon, as I pour hot water into her cup, she goes on and on about how she can't believe how much weight I've gained and how I don't seem to be losing any even though I'm dieting. She points out that her saucer is chipped and that my hair is unusually dry, and she asks me if I've changed my face wash. When I reply, no, she laughs and says maybe I should. I take a mental note and then sip some tea. Halfway through the conversation, she asks how I'm doing.
They asked me to teach, but I'm nervous.
They asked you? Why in the world?
She begins to remind me of all the countless other times when I was asked to speak and teach, and begins to pick them apart.
Do they know you have the capability to screw this up just like those other times?
At this point in the conversation, I know the love topic should be coming up soon. I start bracing myself for it. My eyes dart away from her hollow sockets.
That color is not flattering on you.
I know. My other shirts are in the wash.
That is so like you, waiting till the last minute. And do you know why? Because you are lazy. And what's this I hear about you liking someone?
There it was. I knew it was coming, and it still caught me off guard. I nod shyly, still not picking my head up.
Well, details, please.
Well, he's kind, and his eyes remind me of Jesus.
But it will never work. Look at you. I thought we were through this already. He could never love you. You aren't good enough. You aren't smart enough. Pretty enough. Thin enough.
She continues shooting a detailed list of past relational failures, and then the world around me begins to fade away. I am reduced now, and so I stare into my teacup feeling guilty about everything, including the fact that I put more sugar in my drink than I should have. Then a knock on my door. Shame's right eyebrow raises, and she stops in mid-sentence.
Who is that?
I shake my head innocently. I truly had no idea.
This is our tea time. No one else is invited.
I shoot up quickly, grateful for the distraction. There at the door is a new guest.
I am here for tea.
I am a little confused. With another word, he is seated at our table and grabs himself an empty teacup. He pours himself some tea and then proceeds to put the same amount of sugar in his cup as I have.
You guys can go on.
He motions for me to continue by nodding in my direction, almost disregarding Shame. Her face is stunned. She begins to stammer.
Well, we weren't expecting guests.
He holds out his teacup to admire it. In my embarrassment, I make an excuse for its shabbiness. He shoots a warm glance at me and smiles.
This is a wonderful tea set. Isn't that right, Shame? I think the set is wonderful because the owner is wonderful. Maybe they're worth more because of who owns them.
No one said a word. No one had to.
If you'll excuse
Then
me.
suddenly Shame politely excused herself. It was the first time she had been polite all afternoon. I waited for her usual sarcastic, "See you soon," but she left without a word. Then it was just me and my new guest. The room was still, but unusually comfortable, and I suddenly realized that when he was speaking earlier, he was referring to more than just my teacup.
Is your name Worth?
No, it is in my name that you can find worth. Shame will think twice about visiting if you continue letting me in. Ah, that's good.